Could it be that most of the issues you're actually having in your house was not actually a decision you made, but a decision someone else actually made for you, and you're now facing the consequences? Today, I will be talking to you about something very, very important in an electrical circuit system that most of you actually ignore. And today I want to delve in on it. What most of you actually know about it might not be what you actually know about. And today I will be talking to you about a little electrical system that without it, most of you will actually be at the detriment of losing your properties. And I mean your properties, your house especially. Today I'll be talking to you about circuit breaker. I believe most of you have seen this before. You must have seen this before. Circuit breaker. But most of you don't actually know what a circuit breaker is. Now, what is a circuit breaker? A circuit breaker is a safety device that protects every appliances in your house. It protects your refrigerator, it protects your TV, it protects all the systems that are running in your house, including the appliances you use to those sockets in your houses. This circuit breaker is a safety device that actually protects everything in your house, especially when there is excess current flowing into the system. It actually helps it to avoid fire in the house. Now, aside the circuit breaker, if I don't have the circuit breaker, does it mean that my house will actually go on fire? Well, in the modern day, yes, you actually need a circuit breaker. With the actual arms, you don't need any circuit breaker. You don't just want to go to the market and get any circuit breaker. You actually want to get a particular circuit breaker that matches the load. When I mean the load, in your house, maybe you have a refrigerator, you have a microwave, you have a washing machine. You actually look for a circuit breaker that will carry these loads smoothly without any issues, and that is why you need a professional to help you carry out these activities. Now, the second thing is, why does this breaker actually trip off? Now, most of you have experienced this, or you might have heard this sound before. Now, just listen. You must have heard this sound before, but you keep asking, what could be the problem? Is it that the breaker is actually faulty? No. The breaker is not faulty. That is the breaker actually doing its job. Once you notice that your breaker just makes this sound, then you should know that something is actually wrong, but the breaker is actually doing its job. And one of the mistakes most of you do, you act as if you're an engineer. You go back there and you turn it on. You still go back to what you were doing. The same thing still happens, but you don't observe. You just go back again. You still put it on, forgetting the fact that this man is a safety device, is a warning device. It's calling your attention to something now. I want to tell you what the breaker is actually calling your attention to. When next you hear that sound, what should you do? Now, the problem with most of you is when this system actually trips off, you don't know what to do. The problem is, one, overloading sockets. Most of you overload some appliance in your house. The way you use them, you are using microwave, at the same time you are using the pressing iron, at the same time you are using your air conditioner. Now you are overloading the units, you are overloading the system. Earlier, some cannot carry some heavy appliances, especially when you are running them simultaneously. It will be very heavy and uneasy for this system. That is why it will always trip off. The second thing is excessive flow of current. Now, what do I mean by excessive flow of current? There's a particular range or amount of current that's supposed to flow through this system. Once it exceeds that, it will always trip off. Another mistake that most of you do, that nobody has ever told you, that I'm telling you now, is using damaged appliances. If you know you have any damaged appliances in your house, you know this appliance is not okay. a refrigerator, an iron, a pressing iron, a washing machine that you know is bad, you're just managing or passing it, please do well to discard it. Do well to discard it and get a new one. If not, it will damage the system running the safety in your house. Perhaps you are thinking, what if I bypass it? Well, that is even more risky. Bypassing it is more risky. The best thing to do is to what? Is to call a professional electrician. I'm here. You can call me anytime. I'm always available. Now, you call a professional electrician to help you check the what? The breaker. They will help you check the breaker. Now, they check what? The arms of the breaker. Maybe the arms of this breaker is actually small. Maybe it can't actually carry the load in your house. That is why it has always been tripping. Now, that is the job of a professional. He will look at the breaker and say, okay, you just need maybe 60 amps of, maybe just 60 amps will do the job, and just changing it will do exactly the job that you have been bothering yourself, thinking about, just within the space of 5 minutes. A professional electrician gets the job done. Gets the job done within the snap of a finger, because he knows what he's actually doing. For you not to implicate yourself and not to fall victim, the best thing is to call a professional technician to check the system, check the circuit breaker, and then replace it. Once it is replaced, I believe it will not give issues. But if it still gives that same tripping issue, that means there's a leakage somewhere. There's a what? There's a leakage somewhere. And a professional engineer can easily identify it. Not you. You can't trace it. A professional electrician or electrical engineer will trace the problem, diagnose the problem, solve the problem, and refer or tell you the best way they can actually give the solution to that problem or resolve that issue for you. If you know this video has been helpful and you've watched the video from the beginning to this point, I want you to like this video and I want you to subscribe to this channel. Like the video so the algorithm can share this video to anybody who is interested in it and wants to have a knowledge about what this is all about. So share this video to your friends and family for them to know what this is all about and how they can actually utilize this and make sure that this does not turn out to be what? A danger to them, but a safety device in their house. And I'll see you in my next video.